something shocking happens. Your hand flies up before you even decide to move it. It presses against your mouth. You didn't think about it. You didn't plan it. Your palm was just there, covering your lips, as if some part of you needed to keep something in. What were you trying to hold back? This gesture shows up everywhere. Watch people react to bad news, a jump scare, a surprising reveal, a shocking headline. Again and again, the hand goes to the mouth. Not the ears, not the eyes, the mouth. It happens across ages, across genders, across nearly every culture ever studied. Toddlers do it. Elderly people do it. People who have been blind since birth, who have never once seen another human make this gesture, do it too. That last detail matters more than it seems. If this gesture were purely learned, purely copied from watching other people, then someone who has never seen a face wouldn't know to do it. But they do it anyway, which means something deeper is going on. Something written into the body itself, not just picked up by watching others. So where does it come from? To understand it, you have to look past humans entirely, at least for a moment. Primatologists have observed something remarkably similar in other primates. Chimpanzees and other great apes will sometimes cover their own mouths. During moments of tension, uncertainty, or social conflict. Researcher Frans de Waal, who has spent decades studying primate behavior and emotion, has documented self-touching and self-restraining gestures that appear during moments of high arousal. Gestures that seem to serve a calming or containing function, even in animals that have never been taught a single human habit. This points to something ancient, something that predates language itself. Before humans had words, before humans had complex spoken communication, sound was one of the most dangerous things a body could produce at the wrong moment. A gasp, a scream, an involuntary cry. In a world full of predators and rival groups, an uncontrolled sound could reveal your exact location in an instant. Evolutionary psychologists have proposed a name for this: a suppression reflex, an ancient attempt to physically contain a sound before it escapes. Sudden danger triggers a sharp intake of breath, sometimes even a gasp, and the hand rises almost instantly after, as if trying to catch that sound and stuff it back in before it travels too far. Think about the situations that trigger this gesture most strongly. Sudden danger, unexpected pain, witnessing something alarming. These are exactly the moments when, for most of human history, staying quiet could mean staying alive. If you saw a predator before it saw you, letting out a scream would have been the single worst thing your body could do. The ones who could catch themselves, who could physically suppress. That instinctive vocal burst, even for a split second, may have had a genuine survival edge. There's more to this than simple silence, though. Psychologist Paul Ekman spent his career studying this. He found certain emotional gestures appear across dramatically. Different cultures with no shared history and no contact. The hand-to-mouth gesture during shock is one of them. It shows up in isolated tribal communities, in remote villages, in children too young to have learned complex social rules. This isn't something taught politely by parents. It's closer to flinching at a loud noise. Hardwired, not instructed. There's also a psychological layer that goes beyond simply muffling sound. Some researchers suggest the gesture may serve an additional self-soothing function, similar to how people instinctively hug themselves or touch their own face during moments of distress. The mouth is an extremely sensitive area, rich with nerve endings, and touching it, even involuntarily, may provide a small, immediate dose of physical reassurance. During a spike of fear or shock, in this view, the hand isn't only suppressing sound, it's also comforting the body that just produced it. This ancient reflex isn't fixed forever. Either. It can fade with repeated exposure to the same kind of shock, recalibrated by lived experience, even while the underlying wiring stays exactly the same. So the next time you feel your own hand shoot up to your mouth, whether it's from a jump scare in a movie, a piece of devastating news, or something you simply weren't prepared to witness, notice it. That motion wasn't taught to you in any classroom. Nobody sat you down and explained the rules of shock. Your hand moved because, somewhere far back in your lineage, staying silent in that exact moment may have meant the difference between being noticed and staying safe. Something shocking happens. Your hand flies up before you even decide to move it. And now, for the first time, you understand exactly what it was always trying to protect.